Wondering what's hot in men's fashion for the upcoming seasons? It's a question that's been buzzing around as we transition into the autumn and winter of 2024. The anticipation is palpable, with designers, fashionistas, and everyday style enthusiasts alike all eager to see what's going to make the cut. What styles will explode on the runways and eventually dominate the streets, the stores, and the departments? What will be the new it items in men's fashion? As we explore these questions, it's crucial to remember that style is an individual journey. It's about more than just following trends. It's about identifying what resonates with your personal taste and lifestyle, and incorporating these elements into your wardrobe in a way that feels authentic. After all, the most stylish man is the one who feels comfortable and confident in what he's wearing. Remember, style is personal and trends are just a guide. Let's delve into what's making waves in men's fashion. First up, we have the Vovocore trend. It's a delightful blast from the past, with a good measure of modernity stirred into the mix. Vovocore is an intriguing blend of vintage and retro appeal that has taken the fashion runways by storm. Imagine the classic fashion sensibilities of your granddad, but with a contemporary twist. That's Vovocore for you. This trend is all about celebrating the old, the classic, and the timeless. But here's the catch. Vovocore isn't about simply replicating the past. No, it's about taking those golden oldies and giving them a fresh, modern reinterpretation. Consider the pieces that define this trend. Cardigans, for instance. Once the staple of Grandpa's winter wardrobe, they're now making a comeback, but with a twist. They're sleeker, more fitted, and styled in ways that Grandpa probably wouldn't have imagined. Then we have collets, or vests, if you will. These aren't your typical vests though. They're boldly styled with eye-catching patterns and colors that make a statement. They're the kind of pieces that command attention and spark conversations. And let's not forget the sweaters. Oh, the sweaters. Chunky, cozy, and unabashedly retro. These are the kind of sweaters that make you want to curl up with a good book on a chilly evening. But don't be fooled. These aren't your average run-of-the-mill sweaters. They're fashion-forward with unique designs and patterns that set them apart. What's fascinating about the Vovocore trend is how it manages to make the old feel new again. It's a nod to the past, with a foot firmly planted in the present. It's vintage, yet fresh. Retro, yet modern. Classic, yet contemporary. In short, it's a trend that's as multifaceted as it is stylish. So could you see yourself rocking this trend? Could you imagine yourself donning a sleek cardigan, a bold collet, or a cozy retro sweater? If you're someone who appreciates the charm of the old and the allure of the new, then Vovocore might just be the trend for you. The Vovocore trend is a nod to the past with a modern twist. Could you see yourself rocking this trend? So how do you incorporate Vovocore into your everyday style? You might ask. Well, the trick is all about mixing and matching, creating a balance that suits your personal taste. Firstly, it's important to remember that Vovocore is not about wearing vintage head to toe. Instead, it's about incorporating vintage elements into a contemporary outfit. Think of it as a spice that gives your look a unique flavor. Let's talk about some practical ways to do this. A great starting point is to look for vintage-inspired pieces. These could be anything from a classic cardigan to a retro-style shirt. If you're feeling bold, you could even opt for a vintage-inspired suit. Pair these items with modern staples like a pair of slim-fit jeans or a sleek pair of sneakers to create a balanced look. Accessories are also a great way to introduce Vovocore into your wardrobe. Consider adding a vintage-inspired watch or a pair of retro glasses to your outfit. Even a simple item like a vintage tie or a classic hat can make a big difference when it comes to colors. Vovocore tends to favor more muted, earthy tones. This is another aspect you can incorporate into your everyday style. Opt for colors like brown, beige, or olive green, which can easily be paired with more modern, vibrant colors. Now, let's talk about balance. It's important to remember that Vovocore is not about looking outdated, it's about taking inspiration from the past and making it work for the present. So, while you might incorporate vintage pieces into your outfit, you should also make sure to balance them out with more contemporary elements. This could mean pairing a vintage-inspired shirt with a modern pair of trousers, or wearing a classic cardigan with a trendy t-shirt. Remember, you don't have to dress like your grandpa to rock the Vovocore trend. It's all about balance and personal style. So don't be afraid to experiment and find what works best for you. After all, fashion is all about self-expression and having fun with your style. While Vauvecourt is stealing the spotlight, there are other trends worth noting. Let's dive into the world of fashion where innovation meets tradition and discover what's brewing on the horizon. First, let's talk about earth tones. These colors, inspired by nature itself, have been making waves in the fashion industry. We're seeing a resurgence of rich browns, deep greens, and warm ochres, bringing a sense of calm and grounding to our wardrobes. These colors are versatile and timeless, making them a wise investment for any fashion-savvy individual. Next up, we have retro sneakers. These throwback kicks are not just for the gym anymore. With their chunky soles and bright colorways, they've become a staple in street style. Retro sneakers pair well with almost anything, from tailored trousers to casual denim, adding a touch of nostalgia and playfulness to your outfit. And let's not forget the charming world of accessories. Keychains hanging from the belt loops are back in the game. Yes, you heard it right. This trend, reminiscent of the early 2000s, is making a triumphant return, adding a touch of whimsy and personal expression to your look. There's also a strong inclination towards oversized fashion. From baggy jeans to loose boxy shirts, this trend is all about comfort meeting style. It's about breaking away from the constricting silhouettes and embracing a more relaxed, laid-back aesthetic. Lastly, we see the rise of the sacoche or the small crossbody bag. This practical and stylish accessory is perfect for carrying essentials like your phone, wallet, and keys, all while adding a fashionable twist to your ensemble. These trends, while not as dominant as Vauvecourt, still offer fresh and exciting ways to express your style. Remember, fashion is about personal expression. So whether you're a fan of Vauvecourt, earth tones, retro sneakers, or any other trend, the key is to make it your own. Experiment, have fun, and most importantly, wear what makes you feel good. After all, the best accessory you can wear is confidence. Let's recap what we've learned today. The fashion scene for the autumn and winter of 2024 is buzzing with excitement, and one of the main reasons for this is the rise of the Vauvecourt trend. This trend brings a touch of the past to modern-day fashion, embracing retro and vintage styles that may remind us of our grandfather's wardrobes. With the Vauvecourt trend, we're seeing an abundance of cardigans, sweaters, and vests, often in traditional retro styles. Earthy tones are prevalent, along with retro sneakers and even keychains hanging from trousers. It's a nod to the past, but with a modern twist, and we're seeing it not just on the runways, but in department stores and on the streets as well. But remember, it's not about copying these looks exactly, it's about finding elements that resonate with you and incorporating them into your own personal style. You don't have to dress like your grandfather did 40 or 50 years ago to embrace Vauvecourt. It's all about balance and creating a look that's aligned with your personal aesthetic, not one that's disheveled or outdated. Aside from Vauvecourt, there are other noteworthy trends emerging. The Duff coat, a type of men's coat, is gaining popularity, appearing not just on high-end fashion runways, but in department stores as well. Like Vauvecourt, it's another trend that's making its way from the fashion world to everyday wear. In conclusion, the upcoming autumn and winter seasons promise to bring a fresh wave of fashion trends. From the nostalgic Vauvecourt to the chic Duff coat, there's something for everyone. Remember, fashion is about self-expression. Don't be afraid to experiment and make these trends your own.